in lesson number 2 in Tally, I taught you is how do you create a ledger and how do you make the entry in Tally about partner's account. Today, I'm going to teach you is the indirect expense, how you make the entry about indirect expense, that is about your payment entry. So let us open Tally first. You just have to double click on this icon, double click on this icon. So once you double click on Tally, you'll get a screen like this. Now just click on continue in educational mode. So the last time that file that I've created I had to open. So I'll just come here, select from drive. I will not create a new company because I'll be working on my existing file only. That is select from drive, enter. Then E drive because my that file is in that folder is in my E drive. So I'll go to E drive, enter. And my folder name is social tally. So once I come here, I can just press enter. So this is the file that I want to work. This is the company that I want to work on. Social and Company Private Limited, which I had created last time, where I've done one entry I've done about capital account. So this will open like this. So last time what you done, if you want to see this, come here, display more reports. You can press D for display, A for account books, G stands for group summary, and then C for capital account. So let's come to capital account. So this is what we did last time. So I'll say escape, 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 escape till we come to your main screen. Now today I'll be showing you is about how do you make this entry of yours called as indirect expense. These are your ledgers. Telephone expense is 1,500, that is cash. Electric charges is 2,000, that is check. Water charges is 1,000, that is cash. So these three ledgers you'll have to first create them. So I'll just come to Tally again. To make that ledgers, you just come here, charts of accounts, because I've got more than one ledgers are there. If there's only one ledgers, you can go for create, single create. But I've got many, so I'll just go for charts of accounts. You can press the shortcut H. H stands for charts of accounts. Then you come to ledgers, and then press Alt H, multiple create. Over here, you have to press space bar and just come down here like this, indirect expense. So this is about indirect expense we are doing about. So I'll just come here, indirect expense, enter. And the names is telephone expense is my first one. So I'll just write down here telephone expense, enter. Indirect expense. Opening balance, you don't type anything because they have given you that cash or check. If this was not given, then you could have typed this amount here. At the moment, press enter. Next is electricity charges. I'll just type your electricity charges. Enter, enter. Third is your water charges. Enter. If salary also, if they tell you, then salary also comes under indirect expense. Now, wages is one thing that it is being paid at the end of the day. Now, wages will not come under indirect expense, it will go in under direct expense. Salary goes in indirect expense because they have been paid at the end of the month. So that is the difference between salary and wages. Okay. Now, once you've done this much, you can press enter. And do you want to save it? You can press yes. Why? Escape, escape till you come to your main screen. Now the entry part has to be done because see, telephone expense I've written there 1-4-2021. Current year is 2025. So I'll just come here, vouchers. You can press V for vouchers. This will go in payment actually. You can press this button of yours called as F5. At the moment I'm already in my payment screen, so I don't have to click it. If it's not there, then you have to press this button, function key and F5. If you're using a mouse, then you can click on this button here like this, F5. Now this is a screen it looks actually. If your screen is not looking like this account option is not coming, you can press Ctrl H because at the moment I'm in single entry. It has to be in single entry. If I make it double, I will get it like this, debit and credit, debit credit screen will come. I don't want it like this. I'll press again Ctrl H, make it as single. so that I can put over here cash or check. So the first option is, suppose I tell you that I would like to change this date of yours. First April is showing over here. Like suppose your company is making this payment of telephone expense on 10th. So for that you have to press this button of yours called as F2. So when you press this button of yours called as F2 from your keyboard, you get a screen like this. Here you can type the date. I'm just typing 10 dash. It will not accept because I'm using an education mode here. In education mode, you can only enter first and second every month. It can be Jan, Feb, March till December. Any month you type, but it has to be only first and second because I'm using an educational mode. That is only possible in licensed software. If you are using that is silver or gold, you can enter this, change this date. For the timing, I'm just putting only same date, 1-4, that is April. Then it says cash, so I'll just press C, cash. Then we are doing our telephone expense. You can press the space bar or you can press T, telephone expense, enter. Amount is 1500, so write 1500, enter, enter. Addition, you can say that being telephone expense paid by cash. So date, if you want, you can specify it over here also in the narration, because I'm not able to change the date over here because I'm using an educational mode. So you can put the date if you want, being telephone expense paid by cash on. So you can type something 10th April 2025 like this. Enter, and then you can say yes, like for saving. Now the next one is electric charges. That I'm saying that I'm paying by check actually. Company is paying by check. So you can press U. U stands for Union Bank, which is my bank's name. Down below will come electricity. Just press E, electric charges. Amount is 2000. Enter, enter, enter. Because I'm paying by check, so the screen comes. Enter. So here you can put the check number, or you can even enter and write down. You can press Ctrl R, repeat. Only thing is I like to remove this entire thing only. Just write down your electricity charges paid by check. If you want, you can write the check number also here, something like that. Okay. Once that is done, you can say enter and yes. Third is again cash. You can press C for cash. This is water charges, so write W, water charges. Amount is 1000 rupees. Enter, enter. Again, Control R for repeat the narration. Just remove this entire thing and just write down there being water charges paid by cash on. I'm just saying that 15th April 2025. So once you done this much, you can press enter. So I've done the entry of this. Just say yes. So now if you want to check it, one way is you can come here. There's an option here called as go to. By pressing Alt G, you can press. And then you just come down here like this, balance sheet. I can come to your balance sheet because I want to see everything actually. I want to see my indirect expense also and my capital account both together. So you can come here balance sheet. Otherwise, what you can do is escape, escape. Let's come out of screen. I'll just come to display more report again. Account books, group summary, and indirect expense. If I come to indirect expense like this, I can see only my indirect expense. The amount is 4500, which is showing you down below here. This is the amount. 4000. That means amount is right. If you made any mistake, you can just go there, enter, enter, enter. You can change it. But if I want to see everything, I want to see my capital account also, everything together, capital and my indirect expense, whatever I've done so far. So you can come over here, balance sheet. You can press B for balance sheet. Now this is called as a condensed mode. It is not showing me the full details. If you want to see the full details, you have to press Alt and F1. Once you come over here, Alt and F1. So when you press this button of yours called as Alt F1, you get this entire screen. See, this is my liability side and that is my asset side. And the amount is so much. So this is my capital account, what we did last time. If you want to check this, If you want to see today's thing, indirect spend, just use your right arrow key, come down here like this, cash in hand, enter, enter, enter. So all this is your entry. See, payment is coming, receipt also. Because it is receipt, your money you're getting, so it is going to your debit side. Payment, because you're making the payment, it is going to credit side. You can make the changes, enter, you can press and change. In case you made a mistake, you can change all these things and then you say yes. And then you say escape, escape, escape. You want the same thing, you want to check your bank, just go to your bank account, enter, 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 and you can check it. The date will come 1st April over here because I've entered 1st April already. So that can, as I told you that I cannot change the date because I'm using an educational mode. In educational mode, mein, you can only enter 1st and 2nd any month ka. So I hope you have understood this entry of yours and keep on subscribing to my channel so that you don't miss any of my Tally and Excel tips. Thank you.